Hello, people on the internet. Last life has ended in 4 days ago, and I'm so sad because I don't have any videos to make, and I really like the series. But anyways, that let's make one final last life video, and and talk about statistics of the season. After everything ended, I have made a lot of I have made 15 I have 15 things to talk about, and it took me 2 days to do this. I spent all today's morning doing this, so I hope you like the video. And and yeah, let's and yeah, if I'm just gonna before we start, I'm gonna talk about the finale. And basically, if you didn't know, I haven't made a video about Last Life in the last 2 sessions, and so yeah, uh, so, so yeah, is so yeah, 11. So there's a lot of people who died, and Scott actually won. I think I really wanted to make a video where before session 9 talking about who who will win, and I wasn't able to do this, but who I decided that I think are gonna win is Morgan and Etho. Etho got 6th place and Morgan got 1st place. And I basically think that the finale was very entertaining, but because the final four were all allies. So yeah, let's just start talking about these. Let's just start talking about what we're gonna start with is in is increase and decrease in placements from third life to last life. So I didn't include in the statistic Mumbo, Lizzie, and Pearl because they are new members from only this season. So, and when I say that that B-Dubs got 11th place, I'm not saying that he actually got 11th place. I'm saying that he got 11th place from all the people. If we're not including Mumbo and Lizzie, he actually got in this season 12th place. So yeah, let's just go and see who which decreased and increased most. So I forgot. Here are all the placements of the season. So if you really want to know, see, Beatubs got 12th place, but if we're not including Lizzie and Mumbo, if we're not including Pearl, then he got 11th place. So yeah, you see what I'm talking about. Okay. So if you didn't watch here, if you didn't watch all the season, here are all the placements. So let's just go. Okay, so improvement. Here are the improvements. So Scott actually last season got 10th place, and here he won and got 1st place, so he increased by 9. Then there's Joel from 12th place to 7th to 5th place, which is increased by 7. And there's Cleo from 13th place to 7th place, which is an increase by 6. So here are the top 3 most increased, and here are the most decreased. Scar got 2nd place last season, but here he got 8th place. So yeah, and Impulse got 5th place last season, and this season he actually got 12th place. So it's -7, and B-Dubs decreased the most from going from third place to 11th place. Another interesting thing, that the only person to have not changed their replacement is Jimmy, who got last place in both third life, and last life. Jimmy is really the worst player of the series, right? So, anyways, Let's go into the next statistics, which is how many kills you got. So, with most kills, these kills include traps and if and things like that, like Grand pushing impulse of the platform is including him. So Joel had 10 kills. Scott had 6 kills in second place. Green, Ren, and Pearl share third place with 4 kills, and Mumbo, Scar, Lizzie, and Beatubs have have 3 kills. And then there are a lot of people who got 2 kills and 1 kills, and there are only 3 people who never killed anyone, which I'll get into them later. Session 7. In Session 7, there were the most kills, which 10 people died. Which were 10 kills, and by kills I don't mean deaths. So I mean only people who died from another player, so not a natural death. And in second place for most chaotic session are Session 3 and Session 9, who both had 9 kills, and of course Session 9 is the finale. Okay, let's go on into the next part of the thing, you know. Okay. Session 6 was the session with most boogeymen. With 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 having 6 boogeymen. You can see all of them here: Joe, Scott, Beatubs, Mumbo, Jimmy, and Etho. It, and yeah, and yeah, and it's and when I actually see here that I had a typo. I meant Session 6 was the first and only session to have more than 2 boogeymen. Okay, let's go into the next part. There are actually in the series there are only 5 people who weren't ever the boogeyman: Grian, Cleo, Tango, Impulse, and Skizzle, which it's very surprising, and most people were eliminated very early, like Impulse and Skizzle, but Grian and Cleo actually made it to the finale and didn't die, so and didn't ever and weren't ever the boogeyman. I tried also having a statistic for most times you were the boogeyman, and there are people who were more than, and the highest number is actually 2, and I don't and there were a lot of people who were more than once, like Beatubs, Etho, Joel, and Scott and Pearl and more. I can't remember every one of them. And here are all the people who have never been killed by the boogeyman, and it's even less. And the people who have never been killed by the boogeyman are Etho, Martin, Jill, and Jimmy. And so all and Etho, Martin, and Joe are very surprising because all of them made it to the finale, and Jimmy was the first person to die, so he's kind of out of place. Now we're gonna be talking about a player. We're gonna be talking about the 2 alliances. The strongest alliance of the server is the Scottish Alliance, which lasted for 7 sessions, and joined the Green Alliance, and joined the Green Alliance with the Castle Alliance and Etho. So yeah, and so the Scottish Alliance was the strongest alliance, and we all know what the weakest alliance was: Magical Mountain. Magical Mountain was the weakest alliance, lasting only 2 sessions, breaking and then joining, and then both members, Joel and Scar, joined the Red Alliance. So it was kind of Magical Mountain again, but not really. Now let's go into. I think we're now talking about the players. So yeah, we're gonna be starting with the angel of the server, the nicest person, and I did also the devil of the server, and I did it. I got a lot of ways to take it, but with my results, the nicest person on the server was a Skizzle man, which never took anyone's life, never killed anyone, and he was the best alliance. When I said three people never killed anyone, these three people are Tango, Impulse, and Skizzleman, which have never killed anyone. Impulse was proud. Impulse and Tango both. Impulse didn't really do anything, so I can't really talk about it. But yeah, Tango, which was also best. We it did take people's life for you bet your life, and yeah. So and yeah, I'm not really sure. Now let's go now to the devil of the server, which is Joel or Smallish Beans, with the most kills and only ever having two friends, which are Scar, which he betrayed in session 5 and in session 8, and Brian, which they were friends, but I don't know, they were nice, but yeah, Joel did real Joel was kind of the evil person on the server. Let's go into the most popular person on the server, which I did it with the person who had most alliances, who had most allies on the server, which is Martin, which I was very surprised, but I think it's because he joined the Green Alliance, and he was in the spyglass sextet, and and so yeah, so he was at so he this means that he had 11 allies, which he befriended 60, which he be, this means that he befriended 64% of the server, and right now I will tell you every person he didn't befriend, which are Schizoman, Beatabs, Tango, is Scar, and Joe. They're the only people who weren't ever in an alliance with him. And of course Martin was never in an alliance with himself. The nerd, I didn't really know what to put in the opposite of popular, so I just put nerd, and least popular is Scar, with only having Joe and Tango as his allies. Of course, he had more, but I ranked as major allies, and they were his only major allies. So yeah, and charismatic was the person who got the most lives who gained the most life in a session, which was Lizzie, who gained 4 lives from Tango in the second session. Of course, that was from You Bet Your Life. So yeah, and in and yeah and the person who lost the most lives on the server is again Scar. I didn't really know what to put in. It's the opposite of charismatic, so I just put tedious, and 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 he lost 6 lives in the 5th session. 4 of them he gave away. I would have put Scar in as the most evil person on the server, but he did give away 4 lives. So yeah, I think this is, and actually this is it. These are all the statistics, and it was a lot of fun doing the statistics. It was a lot of fun making videos about Last Life. I will really miss it, and I will probably talk about other SMPs. But currently, I don't really have a lot of SMPs that I really know what to talk about. I've kind of lost interest in Empire's SMP and I don't really know what to talk about in Hermitcraft. So if you do have any ideas, please comment down below. And I actually have a special announcement for the people who made it into the end of the video, every Wednesday on Twitch, I will be doing Among Us streams, and if you want to check it out, remember to check me out every Wednesday. I will be doing a stream, and it was a lot of fun. And I will see you next time.